use hashtag Raiders to have your questions answered. We're going to do a live Q&A, just kind of talking with you guys. So make sure you guys are using hashtag Raiders to get your questions here featured on the show. You want to ask me anything about the Raiders? You want to ask me anything about Hard Knocks? That's the way that we're going to do this show. If you're watching on YouTube, if you're watching on Facebook, remember, use hashtag Raiders in the comment section. Derek didn't use hashtag Raiders, but we got you anyway. I hear that AB is heavily featured. AB has been the most featured player on Hard Knocks episode 1, most featured player on episode 2, and episode 3, and I kind of expect it to be the same way on episode 4 and episode 5 of Hard Knocks. So all interesting there. But yeah, Derek, I appreciate you watching. Appreciate everyone who's watching us here on Facebook and on YouTube. Joe Ortiz says, I got you. I appreciate you. Indica Mitchell, I would love to. Well, hey, let me know in the comments if you guys want to come hang out. What else we got here in the comments? I'll give some shout-outs. Troy Butcher, Caleb Landry, Rigo Ortiz. Where's the homeboy Tad at? Hashtag Raiders. Tad's behind the screen trying to get questions up on the screen here, so we're doing that. Joe Ortiz, my boy, just subbed. Much appreciated to you. Make sure you guys continue to sub. Oh, we got another question coming in here from Facebook. Shane, what you got? Waller is a stud. Hope he shines this year. Waller is absolutely a stud. A very, very talented player. 6'6", 256 pounds. Can stretch the field really, really well. Ultimately, really excited to see what he can do this year because he's going to get a good shot. Jared Cook last year, 68 catches, 896 yards, and 6 touchdowns. He has a big opportunity. We know Jon Gruden. We know that Derek Carr are going to try to really lean on that tight end position because it's been realistically Derek Carr's safety blanket. So I do hope he shines. I think he will shine. I don't think he's going to put up the numbers that Jared Cook will, but I totally agree that he is a stud. So Shane got that question in on Facebook. We'll get some questions here flowing in on YouTube as well. Make sure you guys are using that hashtag Raiders to get your questions on the show. Let's go to Chuka Chuck. Chuka, get a picture. I don't know what you look like. Is AB acting out because of Hard Knocks? You know, I've kind of thought of that as well. Because think about this, right? You don't really hear much about AB. And then it's like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, all this AB stuff comes out. There's a part of me that would it surprise me? No. But I do think AB is trying to stick up for this whole helmet issue because he's been healthy for 9 years. And now they want to try to trade his helmet in. Also, Jon Gruden said that he backs him up. Mike Mayock said that he backs him up. I would like to believe that he wouldn't do it. But it's Antonio Brown, so literally anything is possible. Let's go to Emmanuel. What's up, my man? Love the picture. Josh Jacobs has the blinders on and working hard. It's a very good point. And maybe some other players on the Raiders, Antonio Brown, should put their blinders on. I can tell that Josh Jacobs is working hard. And if you know what? If putting the blinders on gets good week 1 production and then the entire season production, I'll eat my words. But in terms of fun, I want to see Josh Jacobs a little bit. Let's go to Angel Morales. What's up, brother? Mitch, loving the shirt, my guy. So if anybody likes this shirt, it's from Raider Nation Store, okay? Raider Nation Store on IG, www.raidernationstore.net. If you're like, hey, Mitch, how do I get this Bo Jackson jersey? Any shirt that I wear is from Raider Nation Store on IG. And if you're like, hey, man, I want that shirt, cool offer. So listen up. You can get 3 shirts, a Raiders flag, a pop socket, and a face shield for $50. If that interests you, slide in my DMs at MitchellRens365. Let's go to my man, Oscar. What's up, Oscar? Mitch, who's going to be the starting tight end? It's going to be Darren Waller. I would be absolutely shocked if it's not Darren Waller. It has to be. Foster Moreau's a good, fun player. He still needs to learn a little bit. Carrier's going to make the team, but more off the fact that he's just going to be for special teams. Luke Wilson's on the bubble. It's Darren Waller's job to lose. I know Jon Gruden is really, really excited about what he's going to be able to do this year. They want an athletic guy. And the other thing that's really important here is that all they had Darren Waller do against the Cardinals was block. What's the one thing that Darren needs to work on the most is block. That's also why I gave Jon Gruden an A+ and the coaching staff an A+. If you think this show's an A+, make sure you guys subscribe. Trying to get to 22K by August 22nd. I'm going to give Tad an A+ for changing up the graphic because we got it off 22nd to 22nd. So good job, Tad. Appreciate you guys. If you guys want to see more of me, and hey, if you want to see Tad again, make sure you guys subscribe. YouTube.com/Raiders Report. We are the most interactive YouTube and Facebook channel out there for all Raiders content. I mean, Will, Troy Butcher, Raymond, you tell me where you guys are going to get better content where I'm actually shouting guys out. Joe Ortiz, shout out to you. Let's go over to Facebook real quick here. Got 98 likes, so 2 more likes, and I'm going to have to chug another beer. Interesting. Let's see here. Who's here? Sifith, Robert, Alejandro, Padro, Teodoro. Wow, I'm not good with names. Shout out to you guys for watching the Raiders Report. Let's go to Noah. What's up, Noah? Mitch, do you think Derek Carr will be more calm in the pocket with the protection he has up front this year? If he gets protection, yes. The Raiders allowed 52 sacks last year. When Derek's been protected his entire career, he's been very good. Sure, last year might not have been all that great. He did set a career high in yards, 4,049, but he had 19 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. Protect Derek Carr, good things will happen. Let's go to Caleb. Oh, as I burp. Why didn't we see A.J. Cole or Townsend? I thought we'd see them cut Townsend. I didn't really want to see them cut Townsend. I wanted to see them award A.J. Cole with the job. That was something that I definitely wanted to see. I know it's something that I talked about that I really wanted to see on my what to watch for tonight. I was a little bit disappointed that we didn't see A.J. Cole winning the job. I think it would have been fun. Let's go to Irwin. What's up, brother? Will Incognito make the team? Yes, he will 100% make the team. He is suspended those first 2 games, but he's our best guard right now. I mean, Gabe Jackson's also out, so getting rid of Incognito from a depth perception, that just doesn't make a whole lot of sense there. But yes, Incognito will make the team. Let's go to Little Tiger 12. Do you think Doss will make the team? So how about this? Before I give you guys my answer, will Keelan Doss make the team? Type Y for yes or type N for no. I'm very, very interested to see what you guys have to say. Keelan Doss is a fun player. 7 catches, 47 yards this preseason. He's got a touchdown. He's definitely a fan favorite. He's working really hard. Now, if Keelan Doss would have been on the team last year, yeah, easily makes the team. There's just a lot more talent going on. So between you and I do think Doss will make the team. And if I'm the Raiders, I put Doss on the team because I think he has a very, very high upside. Because if you let him go to the practice squad, there is 100% going to be another NFL team out there that comes in and sweeps him right up. Let's go to David Holmer. Will Hunter Renfrow start? If you would have asked me this question 2 weeks ago, I would have said yes. Now I think it's going to be Ryan Grant's job because Ryan Grant was working with the first-team offense on that first drive against the Cardinals. Derek Carr found him for a touchdown. Grant has looked very, very solid in the preseason thus far. In terms of overall starting, I think it's going to be Ryan Grant, but I think Hunter Renfrow finishes. Like, he's going to be the starter at slot position by the year's end. So, hey, you know what you should do, David? Ryan Schrodinger's cat. How much of the starters will we see against the Packers this week? I'm hoping we see a lot of the starters, right? So week 3 is the dress rehearsal. But here's the thing. There is a report out there that the Raiders are not going to play too much of their starters. I at least want to see 2, maybe 3 series of Derek Carr, Josh Jacobs, Darren Waller, Antonio Brown. At least just give me 1. That's all I want. Just 1. Good question, though, Ryan. Let's go to Voodoo Kin Mafia. Okay. Saw something from another outlet that said Tavon Coney and Doss are headed to the practice squad. How true do you think that is? If so, they're both gone. I mean, it could happen, right? I mean, Keelan Doss, Tavon Coney, I definitely think are our 2 best UDFAs. Coney was a player who Tom actually had going in the 4th round. So Coney led the Irish last year with 123 tackles. I think he's a talented player. There's just a lot more talent on this Raiders team. I mean, but we'll see. I would say right now it's at least 2 Chucky heads on both of these players making the team. Let's go to John Maletta. Will Tom Cable make the team? He's on the team. If the Raiders play well, you know what? There is nothing more that I want than Tom Cable to prove me wrong. I'd be 100% okay with me being very, very wrong on Tom Cable if the Raiders come out, run the ball well, protect Derek Carr, and win a whole bunch of football games. And I think y'all would agree with me, right? If Tom Cable protects Derek Carr and the offensive line looks good, I'll eat my words. Totally okay with it. So is Tom Cable going to make the team? Yeah, obviously. Let's go to Noah. Noah, Mitch, how many players on offense will go over 1,000 yards this season? Antonio Brown and Josh Jacobs. I mean, sure, Derek Carr's going to throw for more than 1,000 yards, but I think Josh Jacobs is going to be around 900 to 950 rushing yards. And I also think AB is basically a lock for 1,200 receiving yards. So I think those will be the only 2 players on the Raiders team that go over 1,000 total yards. Let's go back to Oscar. Top 10 offense, top 10 defense. I think the Raiders have a better chance of being a top 10 defense than a top 10 offense. Now, in points per game, sure. But in yards, I don't really think that's the way that the Raiders ultimately want to make this engine go. The defense has looked really, really good. And if Garyon Conley can step up, because he's been the one defender that needs to step up and play a little bit better. So if Conley can play up to his upside, plus the way that the Raiders have been looking, I'll say top 10 defense is a much better or more likely than top 10 offense. All right, guys, this video is going to loop through it, all right? So I want you to DM me your questions on Twitter. There was a lot of questions. I couldn't get to all of them, and I'm sorry. So if you want to DM me or if you just want to tweet at me, my Twitter handle is below, @MitchellRens365. Tomorrow, tonight, I will do my best to go through and answer all those questions. All right, guys, I'm going to be heading out. Hard Knocks Episode 3 was in the books. I appreciate everyone who was watching us live on YouTube and watching us live on Facebook. Much appreciated. If I missed your questions, one more time, tweet at me, @MitchellRens365. Raider Nation, what's going on? Is this the #1 Raiders channel on YouTube? For Chucky Heads, believe it, baby. And if you haven't already, subscribe right here. I'm giving you Chucky Heads, news, rumors, Raider Nation rumors. And look at this, I'm making your life easier. Check out my next video. Thanks for watching, and go Raiders.